I was missing. She had no idea what was going on with me, if I was safe or even alive. And you liable to get your ass beat, maybe even killed. Yo, I'm not showering naked with no grown ass men.
Bring some weed, I got a story to tell.
From prison to prison, jail to jail, 2 years straight, nigga just survived off Mel, you know.
My life, my life, my life, my life, my life. Ain't no justice, just us.
So now we're past the point of the initial anxieties of walking through the main hallway of the L with the tier system of cells and all of the inmates yelling and saying all these obscenities and all of that. So we finally get past that. It's amazing how I was able to remain poised and calm, but on the inside, I was like, what the hell is going on? Is prison life really like this? And honestly, I'm a little scared. Just a healthy amount of fear. Just enough that's going to keep me on guard to protect myself at all times. So after we come out of the main hall, we make a few turns and then we pull up to a spot where there's a row of phones. And I'm like, finally, I get to make a phone call. Now keep in mind, I haven't spoken to Kat or anyone else since they pulled up to get me from Alden. Then I traveled to Wendy and I was in Wendy for 7 days straight. No phone calls, no letters, no interaction with the outside world. Then we travel here to the L. So the CO calls us up, a couple people at a time, just enough to occupy each phone. So I get up and I'm excited. This is the first time I have contact with the outside world. I want to let my people know I'm all right. And I want to talk to my baby cat. So I'm super excited. I'm dialing the phone, it rings, she picks up. I said, hey baby, and immediately she broke down crying hysterically. She was like, I couldn't find you. I was so worried. I didn't know what happened. Because when you're in county prison, people can get on the internet and track where you are. Since I got transferred from county to state prison, they don't put that on the internet for safety reasons. They don't want people to try to get the inmates things or even break the inmates out. So they don't post that. I don't know why they didn't have my listing when I was in Wendy, but for whatever reason, she couldn't find me. So for that week, in her mind, I was missing. She had no idea what was going on with me, if I was safe or even alive. So she's crying hysterically. I'm just trying to reassure her that I'm okay. I'm letting her know where I am now and that from this point forward, she should be able to track me if I get moved again, which we know I will because Elmira is a reception prison. Now, I also want you to keep this part of the story in the forefront of your mind because I haven't spoken to Kat in like a week and she was crying hysterically. She was worried about me as she should have been. But keep that in the forefront of your mind because it's going to play a major part in the story later on. So now that Kat knows that I'm all right, we're on the phone, we're just catching up. She's filling me on a few things that's happening on the outside. I filled her in on my portion of the journey and how Wendy was for me and how terrible it was. We didn't have a lot of time on the phone. We used it wisely. We caught each other up to speed and now she knows I'm okay. And I'm feeling kind of happy and reinvigorated knowing that I got to speak to my baby. So now, after we get off the phone, I'm thinking, what's next? So they take the group, they line us back up, they corral us into this classroom, and it has desks and stuff like that. They pull in like a TV, plug it in, and they play a video for us. Now, this video is basically a welcome to prison video. It's just getting the inmates acclimated to prison life and also the specific rules of this particular prison that you're in. Now, this is my first time seeing this video because this is the first time I went to state prison. And this video is wild work. Now, it was very informational. It let you know about having your state greens on and that you can only go places when they yell movement and pop your cells open. It also gave you valuable information on things that I was already wondering about, like showering. Yo, I'm not showering naked with no grown ass men. In the county prisons that I was in, all the showers were individual showers. But I knew once you got to state, they were like big rooms and they had shower heads all around. So I was really concerned about that part. In the video, it just said to shower with your underwear on, which is pertinent information. So later on, conversing with other inmates, I learned that it's disrespectful to come to the splash. That's the shower for those who don't know. That's the word they use in prison for the shower. They call it the splash. So it's disrespectful to come to the splash naked. So any man that comes in the shower without drawers on either means he's gay, and that's okay if that's your thing, but in there is dangerous. You can't be around a bunch of straight guys, or it means you're disrespecting everyone in the splash at the time, and you're liable to get your ass beat, maybe even killed. No straight man wants to see another man naked anyway, so keep your drawers on.
Ain't no justice, just us.